Hey everyone, Reginald Konga back with Tyler the R2 dude.
I'm a monster.
What'd you do this time?
No, I'm just a monster. I don't know. I see monsters, so I said I'm a monster. I
Well,
want
you
to be
are
a
kind of a
monster.
monster for liking what's something you've liked recently that I think is trash.
Persona 5?
No, I mean like something I think is trash, not something I want nothing to do with. There's a
Fair
difference
enough.
there.
Definitely stay away from Persona 5. It will suck your soul.
Yeah, you have a problem with playing it too many times, but
It's.
anyway.
It sucks my soul.
So anyway,
Ooh, the Sugar Shack. We're going to get some sugar at the shack.
yeah. Uh, I can't remember. I think I played Sully here.
Solely needs to get some sugar
So,
from the shack. I'm
um,
talking about maple syrup, of course.
maple syrup. I actually buy
All
like
over your body.
I found out from an actual like diabetic person that there's like maple syrup that doesn't have sugar in it because it's naturally sweet if you get 100% maple syrup or something like that.
Yeah, I hate 100% maple syrup.
No, dude, it's really good.
It's awful.
It's really good.
I prefer the sugar and the fakeness. What can I say? I don't like all natural stuff.
Well, I like both, but
I
I think
prefer
it's healthier to
artificial
eat the.
sweeteners.
That's gonna
I
give you
did try.
cancer.
I did try it before. I mean, I have tried it before. I mean, I live very close to Vermont, so I mean, maple syrup is all over the place. But
Uh,
yeah,
can I tell you the story now that we were gonna tell in the Pajama Sam Part 4, but I ran out of time?
I suppose.
Uh, one day, this was like back in middle school. My phone was on charge by like the edge of the kitchen or something, you know. And my sister got a hold of it because I got a text or whatever, and she was like curious, and she looked at it and she was like disgusted. And I'm like, "What's wrong? Did someone sext me?" And she's like, "Yeah." Someone had sexted me the wrong number, and like, I asked her if the breasts were saggy, and she said yes. My sister like didn't want me to see that shit.
I mean, it would have been educational though.
Yeah, but I don't think I want to learn like about saggy breasts at that age.
Fair
I
enough,
was
I
in like
suppose.
7th or 8th grade. I was 13 or 14,
I mean,
maybe a
it's
little bit
part of
younger. I
life
don't
though.
know. No, I think I remember now. I think I was 15 because she said she called that person up to complain, and she said my brother is 15 years old. That makes him a minor. Like, so it would have been a felony. She was like still mad when she got off the phone with that person. She was like fuming, but like she was also reserved in a way. I haven't seen her that mad like since or before.
Huh. I mean, if I wanted to learn about saggy breasts, at 15, I just had to look down.
What? Dude, what the fuck?
What?
Don't be body shaming yourself.
I'm not body shaming. It's just a fact of life. I got man boobs.
I don't like this conversation. Let's talk about I like how I was like talking about like getting sexted when I was 15, and now I'm like, I don't really like this conversation anymore. The irony is not lost on me.
Another snow level. I do like the snow levels in this game.
Yeah, they're pretty good snow levels. Not like, did I ever tell you about, I think I told you, and Square Eyed Jack or something, like, he ranked every Crash Bandicoot level, and I was really into it, and it was a wild ride, but he got to the end, and I'm like, no way, he's putting the snow levels at number 1, and he did. He put them at number 1 of the whole franchise. He ranked every level in the franchise. Some of them shared a spot because they were so similar, but, like, there's no reason for Cold Hard Crash to be on there. Like, it's way too hard.
The stupid bridge levels from the first game better not be on there. If those are on there,
it was all of them ranked from best to worst, and those were like more on the worst end.
Okay, good.
But like Cold Hard Crash, you like were losing sanity over that one. You were like really pissed off, and you didn't even do the death route. Like you weren't going for the gem or nothing. You just suck at the game,
Yeah, I do suck at the games. Whatever. I still mostly enjoy myself playing Crash 2 there. I gotta finish it sometime soon here, don't I?
Yeah, we need to get on a stream and do that. You
Yeah.
you watching and you like sucking at the game.
And you laughing at me
Yeah.
for being so
I
terrible.
actually did kind of poorly in my playthrough on this channel, but like not as poorly as you did.
Thanks for that.
No, for real. Dr. Mill kept saying I sucked at the game because I would make dumb mistakes because I hadn't played it in years or something. But anyway.
I gotta finish Crash 2 so I can play Crash 4.
Or you could play Crash 3. It will probably be your favorite since Spyro 3 is your favorite, you know?
Yeah.
You like games that have way too many gameplay styles, like Sonic 06.
Sonic 06 doesn't really have that many. It only has 3
Yeah.
main ones. I mean, there is a couple of, like, if you play as some of the minor characters, but it doesn't last that long.
Dude, there's 9 characters. There's like 3 or 4 vehicle levels as Shadow, or, vehicle playstyles.
Well, you can
there's...
go into the vehicles, but, I mean, it's...
No, dude, that's extra time that they have to take away from, like, fixing the bugs.
Okay. I
Don't
mean, I don't know, just... I don't think it's that bad, and necessarily.
Well,
but,
I didn't say it was like the worst game ever, like a lot of people.
No.
say.
I'm not saying that. I mean, like when in terms of play styles, I don't know. I guess I never really thought of it being like having a lot of different play styles.
Blaze and Omega of all fucking people is like faster than Sonic in that game.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. One of my when I first played Sonic 06, one of my main criticisms actually was that there wasn't more variety with the play styles.
Are you fucking insane?
Well, it's no, like here's the thing is that
there's 3 play styles in Sonic Heroes and in Sonic Adventure 2.
Here's what I'm saying though. Like okay, like Tails plays a little differently, Blaze plays a little differently. Like all these characters that you can play as for a tiny bit do play differently, but you play as them for such a short period of time that it feels like nothing. It's like part of a level. And as opposed to like, Sonic, Shadow, and Silver, but they basically, to me at least, they kind of, I mean, them being, all hedgehogs, pretty much just played the same. Sonic a little faster and a little more normal.
Silver
Shadow
plays nothing like Sonic, man. I haven't even played as Silver, but like that's not true.
To me, I'm saying, like, yeah, Silver has the telekinesis
that
stuff.
Completely changes his playstyle, dude.
For most people, yes, but I always kind of play a little slower when I'm playing as Sonic in games. So for me, it was like Sonic, Silver, and Shadow pretty much played similarly, but Sonic had some of the speed, had certain speed levels. It's a lot more
fun when you let go of trying to kill every enemy and collecting every ring, like.
Right, like that's generally how I do it. So playing slower, collecting all the stuff.
It's way more fun when you're not doing that, because I used to do that shit, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should actually go through the level quickly. Except for Sonic CD, that's an exception because it's like not really designed that way.
I've tried playing some of them where I'm just going quickly, and like things like Sonic Generations, like usually the boost formula ones. Yeah, no, those are fun like that because they're designed that way.
Except for Unleashed, of course.
But what was that?
I said except for Unleashed because like neither of us like that game.
I wish I liked that game more than I do.
Because
I like parts of Unleashed. I like the story in Unleashed, not necessarily the execution, but I like the idea of the story. I do like a lot of the different areas. I like some of the daytime levels, of course, but I hate playing as the Werehog. I hate a lot of the execution in terms of characters and stuff. I absolutely despise the way they did the homing attack, like putting the homing attack on as a separate.
That's like when you. It's not quite as bad as the Mega Man Anniversary Collection on GameCube, where they put the B button to jump and the A button to shoot because they were like on crack cocaine.
Yeah, no, that's a war crime. I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, I was gonna say about my opinions about Sonic Unleashed now.
Yeah, Sonic Unleashed.
I played the PS2 version like years ago when it first came out. I was like in middle school and shit. And I never could beat Eggman Land, and then when I returned to it, I forgot the boost button was even a thing, probably. Like, I was really bad at it. So anyway, I couldn't beat the level because it was just impossible without the boost button because I was dumb. But anyway, so I played the 360 version like years later. It sucks. It sucks a lot because like the Arid Sands daytime stage, I can't remember what it's called. It's like the Missouri level. Not
Right.
Missouri's in the state, but anyway, it's like really annoying to finish the level. Like, gosh, I've been running around this tree for like 2 minutes. I just want to end the level. All the fun stuff's gone, I said. Anyway, so I wouldn't mind the Werehog so much if it wasn't for the puzzles and the platforming and shit, which is kind of ironic since it's a platforming game. But like the beat 'em up sections probably wouldn't annoy me that much if I got further in the game and actually learned how to do combos and shit.
Da, 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 da.
Well, that shit sucks too. That's like, like they got really great music that time around, and they wasted it by having that play all the time. At least for the Werehog, anyway. But anyway, like
unleashes a disappointment because I feel like there was something great there. Like there was some great stuff there. They had some great ideas, some great bits of it, but the cohesive whole is a mess.
It is a really bad game, but I wasn't finished. I was gonna say one last thing.
Of course.
Like the puzzles, especially in Missouri, like nighttime, like playing. I lost the train of thought. Doing the platforms, moving up and down with like a lever. It feels like the most bargain bin thing I've ever played. Like, I played Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion, which was an absolute mess of a game, and, like, that feels like less of a bargain bin game than, like, those puzzles. Not the whole game, just the puzzles. They feel like someone, like... It feels like someone was like, what kind of puzzles can we have? And they went with the very first thing that came to mind, and then they didn't change it. Anyway.
Probably. But that makes sense to me. Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion, I played the GBA game. That's actually an interesting one there. I had the Game Boy Advance game.
I had the GameCube version, and it's really awful.
I probably is.
I
sure.
love the PC game. We've already talked about that on this channel, though.
Yes, that game is perfection. I also like Negatron, even though it's not perfect. I do like Negatron for what it is.
I kind of hated it because I kept getting stuck. I couldn't figure out what to do in the submarine part of the game, you know.
Yeah. No. That part is probably like the worst part in my opinion of the game. But I liked the fact there was a lot of different things.
That's another problem in Jet Fusion for the GameCube is that like I have no idea where to go in the dark maze, especially like whenever it was dark outside in real life. Like the TV, I can't see what's going on. And I can't figure out the map, and I can't do this, and it was just a pain in the ass. Like, I never got past that level because it was just such a clusterfuck. And I spent a lot of time on that game as a kid, too. Like, I had no idea where to go.
Yeah, I had Jet Fusion for the Game Boy Advance.
Can we just make this a new Jimmy Neutron playthrough?
Exactly, right? But I had it. Here's what's weird. I lost it. Like, I don't know, somewhere in my room, or not my room, but in the living room, I just lost it one day.
I lost Cartoon Network Racing for the DS, and I bought it again years later, but before that I rented like the PS2 version because everyone was always like, oh, the PS2 version's probably better. And then I played it, and it's like, the rubber banding is worse than Mario Kart Wii. Like, it's an absolute mess to play because, like, if you're up front, they spam all kinds of items, and if you're in the back, they'll just sit there and wait for you.
Huh.
It's like, and it feels like I'm controlling a shopping cart. Like, it's somehow worse than the controls in the DS version, which the DS version isn't that great either, but I was a kid at the time when I was really into that, but anyway.
I've always looked for that Jimmy Negatron cartridge, or not Jimmy Negatron, Jet Fusion cartridge. Like in the, like, we got rid of the couch. When we were moving the couch, like getting ready to get rid of it, I actually spent time looking underneath everything, like moving everything, shaking everything. Like, I kept looking for it for years.
Maybe your dad sold it to a pawn shop.
No, we don't even have any pawn shops around here. Like, literally, like, I have no idea what happened. It's really weird. I still sometimes wonder, like, am I gonna find it someday, just randomly? Did they
If
get
you
stuck
find
in
it,
the
you need to
vent?
text me and like be like, I found it, and I'll be like, holy shit, you found the.
Maybe I should look in my drawer. Okay, I find random things in there. It's like a portal to another world or something.
So I want to say that like as much as I love this game, I hate the skiing, like sledding, whatever you want to call it. I hate this part of the game because it controls like ass.
I
Well, it's not
remember
like super
loving
annoying,
it.
but I had to do it multiple times. It's not like
Oh, I had to do it multiple times too, but I do remember loving it just because, like, I always loved sledding and sledding or snowboarding. Because I was depending who you're playing as. But I always loved that.
oh, I should have picked
But
Sully then.
I think I actually did usually pick solely for this because I think to me at least the snowboarding felt like a little better.
You mean it actually
Like
controlled better, or do you mean it
Yeah,
just looked cool?
like it controlled better. I felt to me like it controlled better. It probably didn't. It probably controlled the same. I don't know. It just felt better to me for some reason.
I
Maybe he
don't
has a
know.
bigger. Well, I mean, he would have a bigger hitbox, so maybe that's it too. You don't have to be quite as precise when you're trying to get the stuff. I'm not sure, but I always loved playing this part. I would play it over again, even after I would get all the M tokens or whatever, because I would just.
No, the M tokens are only the silver medal. You have to kill all the nerves to like get.
Yeah, but I would still keep doing the sledding, snowboarding, whatever. I'd keep doing it over and over again, just because I
You have a problem
liked.
with games like that?
No, I just really like that. I like snowboarding and sledding and stuff like that, but I never could really do it. Like I was very seldomly able to do it in real life. So
Oh, I see.
yeah, I would do it in here because that's pathetic.
Yeah. It's pathetic that you play the high school dating simulator, you know, the fucking Persona 5.
Well, it's not just a high school dating simulator. I mean,
Although that is a big selling point.
that's a part of it. I mean, it's more of an RPG than anything, but it's
I
weird.
don't know,
Like,
man. I'm pretty sure most of the weaves played it so they could date someone. That's a mean joke, I'm sorry.
I mean, there's a lot of nice people in the game, though. I mean, they like me for who I am. They don't judge me. By the way, the video kind of crapped out on me, so I can't see anything now. So
I'll let you know when we're almost done.
Fair enough.
This penguin, man.
Speaking of which, Persona 5, Makoto for life. And anybody that watches this and knows Persona 5 knows what I'm talking about. Makoto for life.
What about that Dragon Quest 5 or whatever where you always pick Bianca?
Yep, always pick Bianca. That's the correct choice. And if you choose someone else, you're wrong, and I hate you.
Especially like Demon King Dabra.
Yeah, Deborah there. That's another option that you could choose if you're an idiot. But only in the DS version. That's I think maybe also the mobile version, but the DS remake added her.
Oh gosh. What are we gonna talk about for 2 more minutes?
I have a giant white screen. It's kind of interesting. Is it like the snowstorm? Like the snowstorm that came in and just devoured it?
I don't know. That's more of a Mario Galaxy thing than a Monsters Inc. Scream Team thing.
True. Could tell them how I had to get tested for COVID because I'm an idiot.
What'd you do? What'd you do to get like sent home? Did you do something actually stupid? Because I didn't know about that.
I told them that my head hurt a little bit and I had a bit of a sore throat.
Oh.
Everyone's like, you should have just said you were fine. I'm like, well, I was trying to be honest. I mean, I wasn't like trying to get out. I mean,
my mom was like terrified one day while we were at the Apple store near at the mall, like really far away, like 2 hours away or something. She was terrified I was gonna tell him, you know, that Dad was exposed to COVID positive people for a while, and he tested positive, but like she was terrified I was gonna say something. But I held my tongue. I said no, I don't have any of that shit. Yeah,
okay. I've gone to work before with a slight fever and feeling sick to my stomach, and they've been like, yeah, no, it's fine. Then I'm like, yeah, no, I got a bit of a sore throat. I think I need a drink. And they're like, okay, well, you're gonna have to go home and get tested. Okay. Wasn't expecting that.
Gosh, we're almost done with this part. Thank goodness. I should probably clarify, like, that the person who sent me that text was, like, not a high schooler. That was, like, just some random person who called the wrong number or dialed the wrong number when they were texting.
It might have been me.
No! Well, I didn't see it to know for sure if they were, like, fat or whatever, but, you know. Not that I want to body shame people, but...
I love it. I say it might have been me. I love how you say, yeah, it might have been fat. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you talked about man boobs earlier.
That is true. That is true.
Oh, we're at the end of the part. Thank goodness.
Okay, on that note...
Have a fun time titling this part.
Something about man boobs. Moobs.
I should probably just title it, We Don't Like This, Friend.
Moobs.
No. Okay, bye, everyone.
See ya.
Big McThankies from McSpankies.